Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Okay, first questions first. When you started this whole thing, do you really think there's a real shot? Because I did not believe it yesterday until I saw the reaction to it, and now I'm like, maybe Spike has a point. Spike thought that this thing actually has enough momentum to actually happen. I was a little skeptical, but what kind of reaction are you seeing, and do you think Katie Wilson could actually get recalled?
Well, that's a good question, but based on the feedback I've received and all the comments that are on various Facebook pages, news stories, etc., there's very good feedback that this needs to happen.
We posted a video yesterday, like just right after the show, just a little thing, Spike and I talking about it. 20,000 people almost instantly were, and I didn't see a single person there who was defending Katie Wilson as should keep the job. So the question now is like, is this officially started? And if you have, how do people, because that's another big question that everybody keeps asking. It's like, all right, how do I sign on?
Where do I sign?
Where do I sign?
Yeah.
Where do I
like
sign?
We're giving away free cars or something.
Yeah, where do people find this, Melinda?
Well, they can't find it yet because it's still, I believe, at the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. They have to go over it with a fine-tooth comb, and then they apparently send it to King County Superior Court to have a look at it. And if it passes their hoops that you have to jump through, then she's served with the papers, and then it goes out, and in 180 days, you have to get 70,000 plus signatures.
Wow, 6 months,
So
that's a short time. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
If I could, Melinda, I know we have to go through the legal standing of the recall, because it can't just be we don't like the job you're doing. That's not grounds for recall. There's no allegations of illegal activity or inappropriate misconduct by the mayor. It's just a matter of her fitness to do the job is the onus of your petition, and we respect that. The idea that it's going to be a popular effort among the residents of Seattle, I think that's a foregone conclusion.
Seems that way. You're right.
The votes are in, and we'll see how the legal hurdles are addressed as they come to those. If I could I ask a little bit about yourself? You're a resident of Seattle, obviously. I think you and your husband, if I read correctly, decided to start this petition for recall of Mayor Wilson. Tell me a little bit about your lives and what you do and what you've done. And do you consider yourself an activist by nature?
Not really, but I do consider myself a doer rather than a complainer.
Nice.
There's a difference. Both my husband and I are born and raised Seattleites. You don't find many of us around anymore. We've seen and heard and observed a lot of different mayors, but let's just put it this way. Somebody that wants to have a mayor job of a very populated city should know something about the city before they sign up for the job.
Were you skeptical of her before she took office? I mean, I think a lot of people were surprised that somebody with her resume could get elected because she doesn't really have one. But she did get elected. Did you think, like, all right, let's give her a minute and see if she adapts to this? Maybe she surrounds herself with people who know what they're doing. Were you open to the idea that she could be successful at it?
I was open to the idea that she may be successful at it, and I gave her a benefit of the doubt. But, geez, it's been over 8 months now, and she's still floundering.
What particular incidents do you think led you and your husband and many others to feel the mayor wasn't up to the job? Any particular thing that happened? Was it the Bite of Seattle shooting? Was it her? You're up in the North Seattle area, am I right? Up in the what they call the pimp war zone up there.
Well, I'm not exactly on the pimp war zone, but not far from it.
Yeah,
let's put it that way, without giving out too much information.
No, we're not asking to divulge your privacy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Bite of Seattle was the icing on the cake, so to speak. I mean, it's been constant, and my big thing is public safety, and she hasn't demonstrated a knowledge or any good action behind it. I realize in the petition, the different neighborhoods I wrote about, they were already problem neighborhoods. But, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I mean, there's documentation, reports, video, and all of the things that I mentioned in the petition. And it's like all I ever hear is, well, we have to do audits or we have to do studies. Come on, we need the action now. We don't need to procrastinate. And the thing that really got me is on Aurora, there was a march held the first Saturday of June, and she didn't fully address it until June 30th. There were city officials there at the time, including past city officials, current city officials, but no Katie.
Do you feel like that's kind of becoming what she's known for? I mean, there's this question in the Bye to Seattle response, which was obviously there was like that 5-hour delay, and now there's all this big conversation around whose fault that was to not identify, to not inform the public. Then there was the dignity. We found out yesterday there was like the meeting of officials online ahead of time on some Zoom call. It's not clear whether or not she was even on that call or didn't even turn on her camera, according to one council member. So they were like, we don't know where Katie's at. She doesn't show up for this march. Does it feel like she's just checked out? I mean, do you think it's possible that I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here. And I agree with you. I don't think she's good at the job, and I don't think she should have the job. But I don't live in Seattle, so I don't get a vote. But do you think it's possible that she's just way over her skis? She had no idea what she was getting in for. She somehow woke up the mayor one day, and now she's got to run this city, and she has no idea what she's doing. So she's just kind of hiding. Is that what it feels like to you?
Exactly. And this is not just my opinion, but people I've talked to, and I've talked to a huge amount of citizens here, they describe her as a mayor in training wheels.
We laugh so we don't cry, but it's pretty spot on.
Have you guys seen that meme going around about Katie Wilson? And it's like her getting dropped off for work at her first day at the mayor's office, and it's her in the back seat of her mom's car in one of those booster seats. Have you seen that, Melinda?
No, I haven't, but I'd sure like to. I need a little laugh.
I will send it to you.
Melinda, real quick, I know we're almost out of time. We appreciate you giving us some of your time today. If the city's the prosecutor's office and whoever it is that decides whether or not this has legs or not, if they say that this doesn't have merit for moving forward, what do you guys do next? Do you have public gatherings? What's next on your agenda if this doesn't work?
Well, I'm sure that the city council's very aware of what's going on, and I'm sure they've all heard about a recall petition filed. So if this doesn't fly, then it's up to the city councils to do their job and file the paperwork necessary to dismiss her. It can't keep going on for another 3 years.
Do you guys worry, though? Here's my question to you, Melinda, and also you, Spike. She got a lot of votes. I mean, the stuff that she's doing right now, she campaigned on all of this stuff. I mean, maybe people thought that she would be better in, response to a crisis or something like that, which really can't be campaigned on. You just have to experience that, and then whatever your reaction is, that's how good you are at it. And she's obviously not good at it. But she got 138,931 votes. She beat Harrell by a couple thousand votes. It was a very close race.
Right.
But you have twice the number of signatures that you're asking for of people who voted for her knowing she's like a DSA candidate. They all knew that about her going into that. They all knew that she didn't have a job before this, other than the transit riders union that she created. It's not like she's not delivering on things that she promised. This is kind of what she campaigned on, and she's now delivering like many people assumed she would.
Let's ask Melinda real quick. Now, are you were opposed to the mayor's agenda? As why obviously you didn't vote for the mayor going in, but you're not asking for recall because of her priorities. Asking for recall because of her ineptness and inability to do the job. Is that we got that right?
My main concern is public safety. And if I could just take a minute to read her response to the petition.
Please.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And then, again, we're speaking with Melinda Jacobson. She is the recall petition instigator. Yeah. Go ahead, Melinda.
Right. Okay. Since taking office, we've delivered meaningful progress, expanding community crisis response hours, launching universal school meals this September, banning rental junk fees, accelerating shelter expansion, expanding transit, investing in our libraries, and taking on unfair pricing at grocery stores. That work continues. I'm sorry, in reading this, I don't see really anything that really concerns public safety. That is not her priority. And according to the Seattle City Charter, public safety is supposed to be one of the prime priorities of not only the city government, but the mayor. She's
100%.
not delivering.
100%. Yeah. Melinda, I think you're right on. And when you look at that list of all the things, I mean, that is a pretty sad list of accomplishments, honestly. Like, if that's her response to you guys saying, like, hey, you have really dropped the ball on public safety, if her response is that she has banned rental junk fees, which essentially just means that landlords have to just charge everybody as if they now have a cat, that's not addressing anything you're talking about.
Did she at all in her response address your concerns about public safety?
She claimed they don't have merit.
That was the mayor's. The mayor's response was your petition lacks merit.
Well, she said, and I quote, "While it does not appear to have merit, our focus remains where it belongs, on making life safer and more affordable for the people of Seattle." And then what I just stated prior, that's how she's making the city more safer. I don't find anything in there that's making the city more safer.
Well, Melinda, again, we're talking with Melinda Jacobson. She started that Katie Wilson recall petition. How long are you going to have to wait until King County gets back to you on whether or not the petition can start collecting signatures in earnest?
Your guess is as good as mine. It's summertime. Who knows? But we're ready. We've got people that are ready to go out the door and get signatures. It's organized already.
And you got, I mean, like we have seen, this is a big topic on the show, obviously, but there's a lot of initiatives that are going to be on the ballot. That takes time and that takes money and that takes people who are willing to go out and collect those signatures. It just doesn't happen magically. And you're saying you have all that infrastructure ready to go as soon as they give you the approval?
We're working on it, and I have a lot of supporters, and I have a lot of people that do not like what's going on in this city.
There you go.
And the buck stops at the top, and that unfortunately happens to be the mayor.
All right, Melinda Jacobson, we really appreciate your time, and let's keep in touch, and you can give us some updates as you have them.